All right, we're back at it, Homegrown Radio. Chuck Dizzle, DJ Head, man. It's a pleasure. Honestly, I was telling this dude off air. I've been hearing his name, seeing his face. And obviously the pandemic has kind of switched things around, but it's a pleasure to talk to the Bay Area Zone and Complex is one of the artists to watch in 2021, man. We got Symba hanging out with the Homegrown homies, bro. How you feeling, bro?
What's up with the fam, bro? It's great to finally meet you, Dizzle. You know, me and Head been clashing for the past couple of years. You know what I mean? But it's great to finally meet you, brother, for sure. Thank you for having me.
Likewise, man. One thing that always sticks out as far as like listening to your music, man, and we'll get into the things that you do aside from rapping, but it feels like and it seems like you're very seasoned and polished. And I know that wasn't always the case, man, but kind of speak for the folks that may not be familiar, man, kind of speak on your style and kind of how you got to that point.
Definitely, bro. You know, like I say, man, Head been knowing me for a few years. You know, I was around Head back in, I want to say 2012 when he was with glasses and
Oh
everybody.
shit. Yeah, early days.
You
Yeah.
know, so I've been around, bro. I was on, I had a previous deal, didn't really go too good. So I was able to kind of have a courtside seat to other people's success. So I would see where people would move wrong, where they would speak wrong in certain situations, how they would treat people. And it'd just basically come back to bite them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I always said when I got my time, man, I'm always make sure I represent where I come from, but represent myself in the right way to where people always want to reach out and speak and want to be a part of what I got going on. So that's just always been a thing of mine, bro.
And it always a blessing though when like I'm sure the early days it didn't seem like it was gonna work. Not it didn't seem like it was gonna work out, but when things didn't work out the right way, a lot of people kind of use that opportunity and like, damn, and have a give up moment. Why was it important for you to kind of take a back seat and really kind of watch the game from the sideline versus want to throw in the towel?
On some to keep it real, bro, like I feel like I crippled myself like as a child, like just growing up being popular and rapping, like being 18, 19, rapping where I come from. I kind of already defined myself as a rapper and people knew I was gonna be that. So it was like you either gonna be the person that do something with it or you gonna be the dude that's just out here looking like you passing out CDs trying to get a shot. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
for me, it was just like, man, I gotta make it happen. And being in the Bay, that was part of the reason I moved to LA because it's like I honestly felt like we got a horrible kind of music scene there. Like we ain't really got too much infrastructure. So when I came to LA, it kind of taught me the game, bro. And I was able to learn so much, you know what I mean? Just moving around and seeing how people was creating. And the shit also, excuse my language, it also taught me like I wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? Like I was seeing so many people do things and just making music. I'm watching Hitmaker and Phonics making 12 songs a day. I'm like, man, I gotta step my game up. You know what I mean? So just coming down to LA, it just naturally made me want to get better, bro, and dedicate to the craft even more.
Hey, do you think that it's true that Bay Area artists have to leave the Bay in order to be successful?
Here's the thing. I feel like it depends on where you want to go. Because in California, we got the ability to where we don't have to leave. Like you could be popping in California, you could be popping in the Bay, bro, and do Petaluma, Fresno, Modesto, you know what I mean, and make 10, 20,000 a month and be straight. You ain't really got to leave. But if you want to expand and really
Yeah.
kind of go to a national level, a mainstream level, you definitely got to leave because your resources is limited coming from the Bay, and you'll only go as far as your manager's information or the homie who knows somebody or something like that. So you definitely got to get up out of there, in
But
my opinion.
I think that do you feel like do you think that does that have a negative connotation to people from the Bay? Because I always talk to the homies from the Bay and they always come with the same thing, like um you gotta it's you either on this side of the fence or that side of the fence. It's like fuck that, I ain't going nowhere. Them
Yeah.
dudes, and then the other dudes like, I'm about to get up out of here.
Out of here.
Yeah,
I think like I say, it depends on what you want, bro. Like some people, they down to kind of stick around and fight it out, bro, and thug it out. But you got different people like a Sweetie, Kaylani, G Easy. Like when you want to go to a different level, all these people kind of move able to expand. I don't think they would have been able to reach the level they got to just staying in the Bay. But it's some people who stay there and make it happen, but then at the same time, they wave kind of die out faster because they doing the same shows and the same people seeing them, the same people hearing the song, and it ain't really expanding. So, like you say, I think it depends on which side of the fence you on, bro.
Now why, and I mean, me and you have talked about your music, and I love that you are open to criticism, and I love that you know that you are dope. You know what I'm saying? You dope. Have you always been able to take criticism like about your craft like in a positive way?
I think, bro, kind of what you were saying here about, the young homies taking more criticism. I think we can identify with when somebody's giving you some real honest feedback or when somebody just hating. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of times where like, I done played you stuff or I done played Kev stuff and Kev would tell me, nah, bro, this too commercial. Nah, bro, this ain't it. And I can take that because I know it's coming from an honest place. But when it comes from somebody that's, bro, you ain't got no experience in this. You know what I mean? You don't be around nobody. You just want to have an opinion to say you said something. So it's just like, for me, I'd be like, bro, I can't even hear what you saying. But when it comes from somebody that I know is speaking from an honest place, I'm going to forever listen because I know they've been through where I'm trying to go.
Something that I wanted to talk to you about before, and we didn't have a chance to do it because of the COVID thing fucked everything up. But as far as Don't Run From Rap, I feel like you are one of the few people who are coming out right now, as far as a commercially a new artist, right? With full label and everything like that, new situation, new money, all that. I feel like you one of the few artists who are taking bars serious, like really barring up on motherfuckers. And I remember having this conversation with one of the homies, and I was like, I haven't really heard people bar up on records. Like you might get somebody who make rap shit and they just bussing, right? But it's rare to see somebody bust on records. Like you might like the record, like Big Home, like the record with 2 Chainz, or like these are real records, but you barring up on it. And it just kind of reminded me of what Lil Wayne and Fabulous used to do.
Yeah.
Like when I would listen to them and they would bar up, and Game too, and they would bar up on hit records. Is that something that you're doing intentionally, or go ahead?
It's very intentional. Like you just said, bro, you just named some of my favorite rappers from Game to Fabulous, but one of my favorites is Hove. Yeah. And like Hove said, truthfully, I want to rhyme like Common Sense, but I sold 5 mil and I ain't been rhyming like Common Sense. So it's like, you understand as a lyricist, it's like, I want to just rap and bar off, but at the same time, I don't want to just be the dude that people ride in the car to, like, it's like, bro, where's you going to listen to this?
We call that the rapidy rap ass niggas. You don't want to be the rapidy rap ass nigga.
Listen to it. So it's like, for me, I always try to give you a good amount of bars, but I like to call it simplistic lyricism. I give you like a good amount of bars, but at the same time, it's catchy. It make you move a little bit. But at the same time, it kind of make people raise an eyebrow because it's like people hear the music and it kind of sound like it's a little too polished, but they not understanding. Like, I didn't really been around song makers. Like Sean Garrett is one of my homies. You know what I mean?
So underrated.
I didn't sit in rooms with him like this, head like, oh, I see what he doing. I done been in rooms Hitmaker. I done been in rooms with Rodney Jerkins where I'm like, I see what he doing. The difference is I just applied it to my music before I was able to kind of get my time to shine. So it shows in the music more than it can actually show like in true life. So people hear the music and it might be like, man, he sound a little polished. Like, it's kind of, he sound like he been in the industry, but it's like, nah, I ain't no industry plant. You know, I've really been moving around for 10 years, like really moving and learning. But at the same time, it's like people getting to know that for themselves. So it's just a matter of being consistent and letting them learn.
I love that too, man. I love that because it's applying, like, you hear the term as far as it takes 10 years to make an overnight success. So it's like, I love the fact that you talk about, I've been here for many years and been applying myself all these times where a lot of people are maybe now just getting hip to the movement of what you got going on. And one of the lyrics that offer, first of all, Reality is like one of my favorite songs just because of what you were saying and just the message behind that. And one of the things that stood out was like, you brought cleats to the court, but you playing the wrong sport. I was like, God damn.
leads to the courts, you playing the wrong sport. That's why you never got your shot and forever coming up short.
Bruh.
It's real, bro, because it's like we all grow up with these dreams, right? Everybody grow up like, I'm gonna be a rapper, I'm gonna be a hooper. But don't nobody tell us, like, bro, like, you realize, like, out of 1,000,000 people every year, only like 400 people actually like get drafted. Like, you realize, like, out of every year, it's really only 6 rappers that kind of like take off yearly. So it's a high chance that you really might make it. And I was just thinking when I was making the song, like, nobody kind of ever touched on that, how like we embrace these things as far as trap and rap and playing ball. We'll never talk about the other side of the person that don't make it. And that was like one of the reasons I put Shay Cotton in the video, because being in the Bay, we used to watch Shay Cotton, like Shay Cotton, Hook Mitchell. We used to watch these ball players like, bro, these was our LeBrons before we even knew what a LeBron was. So we always thought Shay Cotton going to the league, Shay Cotton gonna be #1 draft pick. And then when it don't happen, you sitting there looking like, damn. But nobody thinking about Shay Cotton life. Like, he didn't committed to this. Everybody looking at him to be this NBA prospect, and then it just don't happen. And then we just all just going to the next player or going to the next artist or whatever. And it happens every day, and we never really speak about it. So when I first heard that beat, that was something I wanted to speak about. Just this is the reality of the situation. Like, we might not make it.
Now, I love that you spoke about that, because for me, I mean, most people know I'm the nice guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I instead of like, I never would call anybody's music trash, right? I might tell you something. I know straight up, because I know I don't have a craft and I can't do it. So it's like there's a certain level of respect that I have for artists and just individuals. I may not like something, but there's a certain way that I can tell you about or criticize your music, right? But
Yeah.
I love the fact that you mentioned it, and you're giving people like real life stats, like, yo, it doesn't really happen for every single body. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you weak or you whack, but it literally doesn't happen for everybody. And you want to think about that. Pursue your dream. You did it in a way where you weren't shitting on somebody's dreams. You just kind of make it in a way, like, on the other side, it may not happen, and just be prepared for that. You know what I mean?
That's an approach I always take, bro. Is like, I try to write from the perspective of being like aspirational more than inspirational. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when you coming from an inspiring place, you could kind of come across like you preaching a little bit, or, you know what I mean? You holding the fist up like Fred,
Right.
Black Messiah, and then everybody turned off. You know what I mean? So it's like, for me, I always try to come from a place to where I say something where people like, hey, I went through that. Like, I felt that. I know what he's saying. Like, I get exactly what he's talking about. And that's just always my perspective from writing, bro.
Was that something that you was a learned thing, or was that something innate? Like, you talk about being in the game for 10 years. Is that something you see, you know, the Sean Garrett's or people that are writing, or is that something innately in you? Like, oh, I'm just the type of person that just wants to not come across that way, but that's just me on a daily basis.
I think, bro, something I learned from like not only Hove, but like even the homie Meek, you know, is like even Ross is getting descriptive. You know what I mean? Getting real descriptive to where it's to a point to where people could smell the paint you putting on the board. You know what I mean? They know what that hood looked like. They could smell the pee in the alley. They could hear the bike coming down the alley. Like, I just like to get real descriptive to where people could kind of see what I'm saying. That's just always been just something I loved about being able to write lyrics for real, bro.
You brought up Meek. Have you ever done rap something and put something in a song and you felt like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that, and kind of like stopped it from coming out, reeled it back in, re-recorded it, anything like that?
Yeah, I definitely have gotten better at that. I used to say a lot of reckless things.
Is that shit still on the internet right now?
Nah, that's
okay.
the beauty.
Yeah,
I ain't as big as a Meek Mill yet, so it's like when Meek something, it's amplified because it's like he's Meek Mill for me. We don't really know yet. We don't really know dude like that yet. You know what I mean? Like, we just getting to know him. So I could get away with certain things still, but it's definitely been times where I've said something and been like, nah, I can't say this, or I shouldn't do this, or let me take this out, move this around. But I've definitely put things on the internet and people have taken it a certain type of way, and I had to be like, ooh, you know what I mean? Just take it down right quick.
So learning from the mistakes of others, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. And we definitely can't just like, you know, it's crazy as the line may be, we can't just bash Meek because it's like, bro, it's people saying way more reckless things than that. You know what I mean? And like we kind of don't even address that, but because it's so close to home and it's so new, it's real sensitive to everybody. But if we gonna attack Meek for that, we gotta attack everybody in hip hop who say a lot of reckless things that we let slide.
No,
So
I went on the air and I said that, you know, I feel like it was you know, insensitive, and it lacked you know, empathy in the way he did it. However, you know, I do know that the song was leaked, and you know, this is what I said on the air, so it's public, but the song was leaked, so I have to give him some grace, because
Yeah,
the song wasn't put. If he put the song out, then now
exactly.
you're responsible for what's in the song. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's songs I'm sure you got in the hard drive. You like, yeah, we can't put that one out. Like, or
Fact,
so I had to
fact.
provide him with some grace for that reason. Even though he probably shouldn't have said it, it's like a group. Like I said, it's group chat. It's shit
Yeah,
we got in group chats right now. We don't ever want to come out.
facts,
So
facts,
I allow him that grace. You know, at
facts.
least.
And sometimes as an artist, bro, when you creating, it's like, you know, I've been in the lab with Meek before. I kind of seen his process. So it's like he worked fast, bro. You know what I mean? Real fast. He hear the beat, he jump in there and just go. So sometimes as an artist, you just going, like you in the booth and you going, like you're not really even understanding everything you may be saying yet till you come out and you be like, damn, I said that. So like you said, it was leaked. It wasn't like he put it out and it was on the album and everybody was like, damn, like you actually cleared this, like to come
Yeah.
out. It wasn't that, it was leaked. So,
No,
you
I
know,
get
we
it.
can't go too hard on him.
I think that's interesting you say that too, because when it's something I never thought about, because I was kind of on the other side. I'm like, the song came out. If you know, like, let's say you get out the booth and you listen to this, you're like, oh shit, that might not be a good look.
Yeah,
Wouldn't the thought be to destroy the track and say, hey man, look, let's delete that verse? But hearing you say that, it's like, oh no, you're in the process of creating. You know what I'm
you
saying? You don't
cooking.
want to stop the flow of that because it just interrupts all the other shit.
And he got Lil Baby on the song. So you know these Lil Baby and Dirk them, they
In and out, yeah. You don't
this.
necessarily have
You
the
feel me?
time.
So he in there like he going off, pull up the next one, pull up the next. They probably cut about 12 songs that night and just didn't even think about it. And somehow that one got leaked. But we can't just go hard on them, bro, because
Yeah.
I be hearing a lot of reckless stuff, man, that we don't never say nothing about. So it's like we gotta address everything. We gonna bring an unreleased verse up at that.
Right.
I feel you. I want to read something to you, and then I want you to dive into it.
Okay.
Niggas get so caught up in self-preservation. That's why they never reach their destination. Try to pull you down once they see you elevating. Niggas will say anything but congratulations.
Facts.
Bro, that spoke to me.
Bro,
That's
you know what's crazy about that verse? What's crazy about that verse is the way that song happened. Me and my brother Jason Cash, who's
shout to
on this,
Cash, bro.
we got a mutual friend. And we was in the studio one day and we got into an argument with our mutual friend. It was me and Jason Cash versus our mutual friend. And our mutual friend just like is one of these people that's like, he gotta be a part of everything, or he gotta have some input on this. And if he don't, something's wrong with it. You know what I mean? Or he'll find a way to come up with something or whatever. Instead of just being the homie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like sometimes I just need you to be the homie, bro. I don't need you to try to be my manager. I don't need you to try to be my producer. Just be the homie. You know what I mean? So we got into an argument that night and he just was talking about how we leave him out. And we don't include him with certain things and he want to be a part of this and all of that. But at the same time, this is someone that'll come around and be like, he'll see somebody. Let's say if I bring him around Head, right? He'd be like, man, I need to take this more serious. I see how Head moving. But for me, it's like, damn, bro, it take you to get around Head to want to be serious with this. I'm your homie. And I've been out here doing this shit for 10 years. Like, what was it about Head? The way he wears his hat? Like what you like him? Like his shoes or something? You know what I mean? So it's like that whole song, I told Cash, like, bro, we got to talk about this situation. Like, we literally went there and just like, that song happened in like 15 minutes, bro. We went there, wrote my verse, he wrote his verse. We sent it over to Major. He sent the hook back and it just went on from there.
That shit spoke to me because of when you were, and I'm glad you provided that context to what was happening that night, because I heard it in your voice.
Yeah.
Like, you rap. Like
it
I know.
hurt.
Yeah,
It
I
hurt.
heard it. I heard it. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of when I listened to Pac, right? When you listen to Pac, Pac ain't the most lyrical. I mean, that's no shade, but he's not the most like, but when he say some shit,
you can feel it.
You feel that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Pac could say fuck you, and that fuck you it'd be like, ooh.
Yeah. It hits a little different.
Yeah, it's just so much. So when I'm listening to the song, when I'm listening to the album, obviously I went back through it or whatever, but that specifically, that verse specifically, I heard it in your voice. So now that you give me the backstory of what happened, I heard the frustration in your voice.
Yeah, literally, like that's literally like the whole thing. We got into an argument with bro in front of Dallas.
Oh,
this the first time Dallas was like around the homies. So he kicking it with us and we just having fun and everything. And then here come bro like, yeah, I do this, I do that, I do this. And it's like, bro, chill. You know what I mean? Like, be happy for us. You too busy trying to get something for yourself. You can't even enjoy success for us. Cash just got his deal. I just got my deal. And here you come trying to put yourself in the middle of everything rather than just being a homie and being happy for us. And that's literally the whole perspective for that verse came from.
Gotcha.
Now, don't run from rap. Love that name. Is that a PSA or is that something like a self-reminder to yourself?
It's both, bro. It's a PSA in the sense of telling people don't run from yourself. At a point in time, like Head to tell you, at a point in time, I was on Head and Kev's show 3.5 years ago before anybody would even let me come up and do an interview. And I didn't know who I was as an artist yet, but I knew I could rap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was coming up there with different singles where I might have been singing and doing something where somebody was telling me this the vibe people want to hear, but that's just me moving around as an ambitious person trying to learn the game and learn songwriting and throwing things out and just trying what work. So when I met one of my homies, he had lined up, he had 2 phones and he had a video, one I was rapping and one I was singing. He was like, which one are you? And I'm like, I'm the rapper. And he was like, well, why are you not rapping? I'm like, well, people tell me this what they want to hear. He was like, bro, don't run from rap. You rap too good. And it stuck with me from there. And ever since there, I just ran with it. Don't run from rap. And I gave it an acronym of responsibilities and principles because I had a responsibility as a rapper to secure my spot. And I wasn't doing that. I wasn't taking advantage of it because I was feeling like I should have been doing what everybody else was doing. So I was running away from my natural ability at one point, and I just had to stand on it, bro. And every time I hear that term and that slogan, it just made me stand on it.
I fuck with that. I fuck with that a lot, bro.
Yeah, like that's how it all happened.
I want to now. You just did the Don't Run from Rap live, and I love that. I love that you did that because a lot of artists are running away from doing shows. Right? Don't run from doing shows virtually. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists are like, I'm gonna wait this shit out, or they not even dropping. You know, you drop right in the pandemic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You like, and not only did you drop during the pandemic, you like, I'm gonna do a live show virtually.
Facts.
I'm not, and you had you had a band, you had the keyboard, you really did a show as if there was 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people, 5,000 people there, and you left it all. I watch you perform, and I'm like, damn, he really performing. Yeah. And I feel like I think that's to be saluted. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Just because of people are allowing the conditions of the world to dictate how they're moving right now. And it's like, I don't believe in excuses, to be honest with you. Like, okay, you can't be here. These white people not letting nobody in the building. All right, we're gonna get on Zoom.
Make it work out.
You know what I'm saying?
Make it work out.
And that's the approach that that's the approach that I feel like is gonna provide artists longevity in the game.
That's a real fact, bro. And it's also for me, like I was telling you before we started, it's like I haven't been able to like reap the benefits of being a new artist. So I haven't done a radio run. I haven't done a real tour. I haven't been able to like touch the people. I haven't been able to go outside and perform and do crowds. So for me, it's just been all about like, man, how do I consistently like get to the people and talk to the people? And I'm realizing like a lot of my peers in rap, they be too cool to step out and rock with the people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Everybody can't go outside right now, so they can't do the money arm. You know what I mean? Like, they can't be in the club popping bottles right now. They need them raves to be cool. You know what I mean? Everybody needs their tactic, and that's not happening right now. So for me, it was like, man, let me take the gloves off and just rock with the people. I'm about to get on this internet. I'm about to do these live shows. I'm even coming up with ideas for the next one that's gonna make it a real experience. You know what I mean? Because I'm somebody that believe in the theory of adapt or die. You either gonna get with the times or you gonna get ate up in them. So I'm letting that whole thing of I'm too cool to do a show in front of nobody, man, that's gone for me, bro. I'm trying to get to the people however I could get to them.
Are there any plans to have bring the vlog back too? Because I know you did 2 episodes of the vlog, and I feel like you're a natural, man. People will gravitate towards your personality, and they want to see the behind the scenes and what Symba has going on a daily basis, bro. Is there any plans to bring that back?
Definitely, man. The whole thing with the vlog be, for me, bro, I'm in LA to the neck. So it's like a lot of my homies, they in jail, they stuck in the Bay, or they dead. So it's like a lot of them vlogs I film on myself, bro. You feel me? That's why the phone be the other way, because I'd be somewhere holding the camera myself. I ain't really got the team everybody got. You know, it just kind of be me and the homies, and we rock. So a lot of it just be me editing, doing everything. At the same time, I'm trying to write to a beat. At the same time, I'm filming the video. Same time, I'm talking to y'all. You know what I mean? It was just like, I got a whole gang of footage. I'm out here in Miami right now working with Cool and Dre. Like, I got a whole day of that I just been filming. It's just a matter of getting home and just editing it.
Yeah. Hey, them is my bros, man. Make sure you tell them that I sent you. You know what I'm saying? So they give you the good pack.
I'm gonna definitely let you.
But no, I think what you're saying is dope. And also, I think like what you said about getting to the people, however you can get to them, that's important as fuck. That's so important.
That's the most important thing, because we in this era, bro. Like, you know, I look at everything, like people will be saying things like, we don't need radio, we don't need all this. I don't agree, right? Because I feel like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, right? Those is like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. But radio is like CNN and Fox News. So it's prime time. It's right in your face with the mainstream people. So if you could get to these people on radio, these people on Spotify, these people on the streets, these people with the free YouTube accounts, these people who working in Urban Outfitters, you just hitting them every way you can, and they coming back to you, learning about you as a discovery strip. That's why I made my project the way I made it, to where it's no specific sound. It's just a great balance of music to where somebody could rock with the Ty record. The person who might not like the Ty record might like Big Homie. Yeah. The person who like Big Homie might like Reality Is. But when you hear it, it brings you back to this point of, okay, this is who he is as an artist. He's speaking on growth and maturity and becoming a man and learning who he is. It's just not this one thing that sounds like one long song of me giving you the same content.
I like that you did have a lot of diversity too, as far as like the way the songs are. Like I think it shows your range and versatility. And I actually do like the project. I told you that before, but I actually do like I would tell you if I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know you would. I remember. Head probably don't even remember. I remember walking to the studio like 7 years ago in Glass's studio and playing some, boy, you walked out on me.
For real?
But it was respected because I wasn't who I am today, bro. I was trash.
I didn't know that. I don't remember that at all.
It was when I first started coming to LA, bro. One of the homies had a spot in San Pedro. And one of my boys in the Bay, he cool with Glasses. Like they talk through the streets. So when I first started coming down, he's like, I'm gonna link you with my boy Glasses. So he linked us up. I came through, you was over there, Glasses was there. I think Bishop Lamont was over there one time. Like, and I'm playing the music, Head hit me with the God, respected it, bro. It made me go harder, bro.
I swear to you, I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all, bro. that's not beyond the realm of possibility, though. To be honest,
not.
that's
No, definitely. I remember my cousin D-Boy was there too. He had a record that you played called "Everybody Ain't Real" back in the day. D-Boy LTD.
Wow,
Nah.
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Hey, so go ahead.
I was gonna say, was your name always Symba, or was it something prior to this back in the day as well?
It was always Symba, bro. Okay. It was just I was moving around. Like I said, I never really had a designated team with everything. Mm-hmm. So I always moved around just by myself. So I would be with the homie over here, be with bro over here. And sometimes people would be confused of, is he part of this crew? Is he part of this crew? But it's just me moving around, networking, trying to learn the game. And once I was able to learn the game, I was able to kind of draw back a little bit and just establish myself and kind of bring a couple of the homies in. I'm still kind of adding pieces to the puzzle every day.
Is Symba an acronym for something? What's the meaning behind the name?
Simple as hell, bro. Lion King, my favorite movie, bro. My favorite movie, bro. And I was a kid, bro. That's all I watched, bro. I started rapping.
There it is there. Appreciate you.
The homie told me when I first started rapping, he said, you can't use your real name. He said, you got to have a character name. What's your favorite character? I said,
nigga, simple.
That's what it is. I'm running with it.
I'll put a Y in that shit. We good. So Disney don't come fuck with me.
Yeah. Have you had any problems with Disney?
Nah, I ain't had no problems with Disney because I spell it with a Y.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, likeness is a motherfucker. You know, they put that word in every contract, likeness.
I'm pretty sure once I get a platinum record or something, they gonna call and see what's going on.
Yeah, hey,
what's going on?
So I wanted to talk about this because I felt like it was an amazing film, American Skin. You on that soundtrack. I know I've been changed, and damn, what's the young man's name? I felt
Bryant.
Bro. I mean, incredible. Right, we all saw that shit, right?
Yeah.
Were you guys already working together, or like did they put that together for the soundtrack, or how did that come about?
So they put that together. I basically I was in Atlanta back in like October, and Dallas had hit me. He was like, yo, I just talked to Nate Parker, and he needs a rapper to kind of like kill this track or whatever for this movie he working on. So I was like, send me the movie. So we ended up going to Atlanta. Dallas had the movie, and we watched the movie when we had got to Atlanta. And I was listening to it, you know, just vibing to the track. And then he had sent the version with Keydron on there. And once that I heard the Sam Cooke interpolation and everything. And I was like, okay, I see where we going. And then watching the movie was from the perspective of, we not just gonna keep protesting, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we've been protesting. We've been running in Urban Outfitters for the past couple years. But
what is it with you in Urban Outfitters?
You feel me? Like, we ain't gonna keep doing that if y'all don't stop.
Yeah.
So for me, the whole perspective of the verse was just to kind of let them know, like, it was a letter to white supremacy. Like, yo, y'all either gonna stop this or we gonna take it to the next level than where it needs to go. We gonna turn the gangsters and the mob to a ghetto National Guard the minute if y'all don't chill out. And that was just my whole perspective from it, is let them know, like, cool it out or we coming for real.
Do you think that I love the movie. I felt like Nate Parker is amazing as far as a filmmaker, as a producer, and even as a writer. Like I love Nate Parker's stories. I love Ryan Coogler's stories. But I feel like Nate, like the American Skin movie, when I saw it, to me, it was just like, damn. Like it was like, because I ain't gonna lie to you, right? You know, Glasses, G crazy, right?
Yeah.
So when he's nuts, he's insane. So when the whole George Floyd thing happened, he was telling me, he was like, you know, Black people need to start taking action. And I was like, what would you like to have happened in the George Floyd situation? He was telling me, he was like, well, the people that were standing there filming it should have rushed the cops. And I'm like, rush the cops? Like, that don't even compute in my brain. Just the way, you know, the way violence and law enforcement work, it don't make sense. Rush the cops. That means death to me. That equates to death, right? And he was like, well, some shit worth dying for, cuz. And I'm just like, so that's the first thing I thought about when I saw American Skin, bro. When I saw that movie, That's the first thing that I thought. I was like, oh, this is what he's talking about.
Yep.
What was your first thought when you saw it?
Literally, bro, kind of what you just said. It was like we getting to the point to where it's like, okay, you kill a man's son, right? I got a son.
Right.
My son, 16 months old, right? Me and my son, I'm a music artist. I've earned the right to drive a nice car, right? I've worked to have my money. I've earned the right to live in a nice community. Now, if I'm driving through my community and you pull me over just because of the color of my skin, I'm not going fast. I'm not breaking no laws, nothing. You just see me in this neighborhood and you feel uncomfortable, right? Boom. For one, you're prejudiced, right? Then you push up on me. Now you're applying racism because you actually have the power to put me in a position to where I can't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do nothing. So then, in a sense of where I can't do nothing, I can't fight you back. You got my hands cuffed. I can't do nothing. You still kill my son. You know he got his phone out. It's not a gun. It's not nothing. If he would have had a gun, he would have put it out already. You see his phone in broad day and you kill my son. At some point, bro, it's gonna get to I feel powerless as a man, so I'm gonna do something. You just literally like made me feel like I can't even defend my child. Then you go to court and they let you off.
Right.
And then you go right back to work and your life just resumes as nothing happened. But my son can't come back.
Right.
My son can't dig himself up and say how he felt in that moment, or he can't speak in trial or nothing. So at some point, I'm gonna speak for him, bro. Whether I gotta die, whether I gotta go to jail, whatever it is, if you take my son, I'm gonna be heard, bro. And whatever I gotta do to be heard from you making that action is what the consequences is, bro. If I gotta die, if I gotta go to jail, like Glasses said, bro, some shit just worth dying for.
Now, I'm interested to know, man, as a father, how's that changed and shaped your artistry? Because I mean, the music business, and it's something we asked Nipsey Hussle before he passed, man, rest in peace. You're such a busy person, and obviously things are going to only continue to go up for you. But you also have, you said, a 16-month son.
Yep.
You also have this little one. These are those moments. My son will be 3 in June, right? So it's like these are the moments that you want to be there, be around. So how has this changed your perspective on how you move in the business, as a father now?
Honestly, Dizzle, bro, like it really ain't changed me yet, bro, because, and it's probably me being selfish to my own success, but it's like I be moving so much. It's really been the last month where I didn't really like sat down and really kicked it with my son. Like most of the times, like I'm playing with him, like give my baby mom a break, or you know what I mean, doing this, but I'm actually like not involved. Like I'm on the phone, posting Instagram, or I'm listening to beats, and I'm rocking with him. You know what I mean? But I just may be doing something in the time, and it hasn't been to like the last month where I'd be like, man, let me put my phone over here and just rock out with him for a little bit, or take him to the park and leave my phone in the house. So over the last month, I've been seeing like my person, and that also comes from when a child first born. It's like they in the mom for 9 months, then they come out, they feeding them, you know what I mean? They crying when they can't be around them. So you just be like, oh, I'll let you have that. I'm about to go on over here, do what I gotta do.
About to go to the studio.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because we gotta pay for all this. So I'm gonna go do that while you handle this. But over the last couple months, he been learning to walk, he talking, he's saying dad, and then he associate me with fun. So when he don't want to go to sleep and he don't want to be nurtured, he want to go outside to the park, he keep looking around for me. So now I know, okay, I gotta be there when he get up. I can't keep coming in the crib at 8 a.m. trying to do the extra song. Let me take an extra song off and chill in there, because he gonna wake up, me chill with him for a little bit, then I can go back to the studio. So I've been really taking the time the past couple of weeks, honestly, bro.
Yeah, it's one of those things that they absorb everything. Whether you, because I had the same thoughts in the beginning too. I'm like, well, he not gonna really know, he don't know what's going on, but they pay attention to all that. And between now and the age of 3 and 4 is when they absorb the most information. So I'm glad you paid attention to it. And you like, all right, you know what, I gotta give it a little more attention than I may have thought about a couple of months back, a couple of months back. So that's it's good that you on that train of thought, because it's I think for me, the quarantine was the best thing to happen because it forced me to be in the house with them. You know what I'm saying? had it not happened, I would have been at this goddamn station, you know, for multiple nights with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? doing interviews and who knows what, right? But the fact that we can work from home, it's been a blessing. And I was able to have those moments with them because, you know, you can't get back that first walk. You can't get back the first time they say those first words and shit like that. So man, cherish those first moments that you have with them because you're gonna look back and be like, damn, I was a part of that, and it's gonna feel good.
I even been noticing that, bro. Even like I've been noticing like from times when it's like he would sleep when he was a kid, right? It'd be easy. You give him a bottle, 30 minutes later, he go back to sleep. Now when he up, bro. No, there's nothing you could do. You know, like he up. Like
you don't power off. Okay,
yeah, everything is shut down. Like I've been like getting in the habit of trying to wake up before him because I got a studio at the crib. So I go down to my studio and I be down there 4, 5 in the morning just listening to beats, and all of a sudden I look at the little monitor and he get to roaming up to here. He come down there, he want to dance in the studio. Everything, he up.
All right, so I do this thing called dad advice, right? So, Symba, what dad advice with the experience that you have now for somebody that is just getting into fatherhood, or, you know, maybe somebody that's been a father some time, what advice do you have, a trick or something that you do that only works with your son, or you feel like is a good piece of dad advice that you could pass on to another father out there, for all the fathers out there?
I just always try to take my son with me. So it's like wherever I go, like if I go to the store to just get some backwoods. You know what I mean? Like, I'm come on, I'm about to take it with me. Like, if I go to the gas station to get some gas, if I go grocery shopping, like, Dallas might call me sometimes, like, hey, I need you to go to the studio, pick these files up. We got to get this mix in. I take it with me. We go to the studio, I just throw him in the car, take him with me. He just getting that habit of riding around, but it's also because we in a pandemic, like you said, my son ain't been able to really be around a lot of kids.
Man. Oh,
you know what I mean? So just being able to put him around people and older people, it give him a sense of to not be shy. You know what I mean? He get around girls. He was around one of my homegirls the other night. He tried to kiss her. You know what
I mean? Definitely his daddy's son.
Yeah. Yes. Like, I just take him with me, bro. Like that's the only advice I could give right now that's just been working for me. Just take him with you.
One thing the homie Premium Pete says, man, it's presence over presence. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you're with them, you know, that presence is gonna matter more than any kind of present you're gonna ever get them, because they don't really care about that. Like for Christmas and all that, they care about the boxes. They care about the wrapping. But that presence, that presence is over that presence. So it's good. I'm looking forward to not only seeing you progress as an artist, but as a father as well, man. From one dad to the next, bro.
Nah, and I've been learning a lot, bro. Cause like my dad went to prison when I was 1. My pop shot a cop. Was on the run. You know what I mean? He went to prison and he died in prison. Damn. So for me, I never really like had a dad. My mom was my dad. So the main thing that I didn't want to do when I had a son was try to like take pent up emotions that I had towards my dad and be like, I'm not going to do this because my dad did this to me. So I've been trying to go back and learn kind of things about my dad. Like I just recently found out I got a brother that I just met, bro. And literally like we didn't know nothing about each other. We literally just met on New Year's and he told me a lot of things about my dad that I didn't know. We never spoke. We had a 5-hour FaceTime conversation. Wow. I got a sister that I just learned about. You know what I mean? And it was crazy how everything happened. I'm still finding out things to this day. All I knew was my dad died in prison. Wow. But now it's this whole thing about how my dad died, and then my grandpa ran this private investigation, and then my grandpa was killed weeks after that.
Wow.
You know, so it's like I'm finding out all these things from my brother that I never knew. And if I wouldn't have took the time to be like, well, why did my dad do this? Or why wasn't my dad around? I would have never been able to run into my brother.
That's crazy, bro.
That's
deep. Bro, I think that's a lot. That's dope. That's dope though. I'm glad that you're doing that and doing that.
Definitely.
Is there any other things on your bucket list? Because I mean, you already did. I mean, you were on the 40 and Short album. You Then you was on The View.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
shit,
crazy.
Damn,
because that's real white people shit.
I'm about to say.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I like, you know, all due respect to Whoopi, but The View was some real white people shit. You know what I'm saying? And they had your Bay Area ass on there.
Facts. And it was crazy too, bro, because I just said I did a post on Instagram. So I'm running around the whole day trying to get my outfit, right? I'm doing all this. So I'm trying to find a barber, right? I'm looking for a barber, right? I hit my one dude. He like, I got COVID. I'm like, damn.
Oh.
I hit my other dude. I broke my thumb. I'm like, damn. I hit this other dude who the homie Lou go to. He say, I'm in Chicago. I say, damn, right? So I find a random dude on Instagram. Hey, Head, dude pushed me back like I pushed him back. He pushed me back so cold, I went on The View with a beanie, bro. I said, if y'all think I'm this pro-black, I love my people, but I ain't this black to go on The View with a beanie on. I was pushed back, bro. He did me dirty, though.
Hey, that's comedy, dog.
Yeah. Hey.
He did me wrong, bro.
Hey, you know what? Salute, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hey, what was dude's name?
I don't even want to tell you his name. Nobody get their hair cut by this dude. You shouldn't even know his name, bro.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Where was you at when you got it?
I got the cut in the Valley, bro, in Van Nuys.
Oh man, bro.
In Van Nuys, bro. I pulled up on him. And it was cold because like he cut me right, and I'm looking at first like, oh, I'm off. I'm looking at like some off, and it wasn't until I got home. Head, bro, Dizzle with the McDonald's arch, bro. He didn't even blame me, bro. He hit me with this, started down around. I said, oh, God, I'm letting my hair grow out. That's why I got the hat on now. Yeah. It's still growing back.
It's still growing back.
Still growing back, bro.
Show must go on.
What's so funny about this is whenever you go to a different barber, it always go like that, bro. Reason was just in Atlanta. I think he's still out there. He was in Atlanta and he sent me a video hot. He said he texted me a video. I mean, hot, bro. This dude didn't blend his shit. Like he looked crazy.
Oh man.
So when you come from Cali, we used to a certain type of cutting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they call it different things on the East Coast. You be like, y'all want a fade? They be like, oh, you want a Caesar? Like, what? I don't want no salad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a haircut.
Oh man.
So did you pay him?
Yeah, I paid him, bro. You know what I mean? Because I could tell he needed it. I paid. I definitely ain't going back to him ever again, bro.
That's hilarious, dog.
Bro,
Never. That's the last money he ever did for me.
Bro, that's hella funny.
Bro, he did me bad. He did me bad, bro. I was on The View. I'm like, I'm trying on different hats before I'm like, man, just give me the beanie, man. I roll.
Give me the beanie.
I'm like,
give me the don't run from rap. I'm
like,
you know.
Oh shit.
Straight up.
No, go ahead.
No, I wanted to switch gears and because we always talk about, you know, we're real intentional about our words and things that we want to see happen. So one thing we always ask is, what's one thing the year can't end without Symba doing what?
Honestly, bro, one thing I'm trying to learn this year, bro, is like how to love properly.
Right.
I feel like my mama, bro, my mom just like a real nigga. You know, like real, bro. Like she just moves so tough that it just make me like to where like I be feeling like at times I ain't affectionate. You know what I mean? Like I put out a tweet one day. I was like, man, I need somebody to teach me how to be more romantic. I just be pulling my pants down. I just been trying to learn. Like, I need to learn how to love a little bit more. That's one thing I'm trying to learn this year more than anything, bro. Just be a little more affectionate.
Oh,
Is there anybody? Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is there anybody that where you were surprised has tapped in? Because I know a lot of people. You got a lot of people's attention with your freestyles, bro. A lot with your freestyles, just all over the place.
Yeah,
bro. You got a lot of people's attention. Is there anybody that tapped in that surprised you? Like, oh shit, this person.
Bro, it was so many people here, from Shaq to Benny the Butcher to LeBron, everything. But I would say the main person, bro, was Game. And for me, because like Game was always a West Coast dude who rapped like he was kind of from the East. And I just always loved that. Like growing up, I was a big Game fan. Like start my life from scratch was like the soundtrack to my life, bro. So when he tapped in, it was like, okay, I'm on to something. Then when it went to pull up to the house, I pulled up on him. We got.
Why you sound like him right now?
You feel me? Like we doing 3 or 4 records. I'm looking at him like, nigga, I'm really in here with your big ass. Like
hey,
nigga, you got
big, bro. You don't want the fade
at all. At all. Like if Game want to fight you, you gotta shoot that nigga, man. That nigga too big, man. That nigga too big, bro. I'm looking at him in the booth. I'm like, this is a big ass nigga, like, for real. But he a great dude, bro. Genuine dude. Like literally, like brought me to his crib, bro. Ordered steak and lobster. Like we just in there eating, cooking up songs. He pulling up beat. He playing records with just top 5 historical artists and shit. I'm just looking like, God, bro. And it make you realize how humble he is. Yeah. Because he could do so much more if he really wanted to, but he just be like, I'm cool being rich and rapping.
I'm chilling, right?
You know what I mean? Like, he could do so much more if he really wanted to, but he just be chilling. So that was one person for me that was like, this big right here. Like, this one of my idols for sure.
It's good to hear that. It's good to hear that because a lot of times they tell you it's never good to meet your idols in a sense of people that you look up to. I'm glad you had a good story of somebody that you looked up to or look up to at the time.
Hold on, Head, you ain't gonna believe who tapped in.
Who?
JaRule.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm glad you brought that up. I was saving this till the end. Hold on.
I got the DM. I'm gonna send you the DM.
Why is JaRule tapping in so significant?
No,
so
look,
I did.
Hold up. I've been saving this for this very moment. I wish this COVID shit didn't exist because I've been saving this for this very fucking moment right here. Look at this shit. I want the whole world to know what Symba thinks. Here we go. Look at this. Hold up. This is what Symba thinks right here.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Symba. I'm up here at 92.3 with my boy DJ HED, and I had to especially drop off a message that JaRule is the greatest rapper to ever do it. Facts.
What? What are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? Let's run that back.
Oh,
hey, when I said the greatest rapper ever, I was trolling a little bit. I had to especially drop off a message that JaRule is the greatest rapper to ever do it.
And he looked like,
excuse me?
I was trolling a little bit with the greatest ever.
No, because I've been waiting for this moment. You gotta let me have this.
Come on.
Do you stand on that?
Okay, I stand on it.
No. Do you stand on that?
I stand on it. I stand on it. To everybody that be living it up, we say, what?
Get the fuck out of here.
I stand on it.
Oh, shit.
What are you talking about?
I stand. They know, look, Head, he hit me, right? He seen the interview that me, you, and Kev did.
Yeah.
And he hit me. He was like, bro, I appreciate you for rocking with me. Most people wouldn't even say they rock with me. And I'm looking at the DM, I'm like, this really the rule. That's really the rule right here. And then literally
this
the next
really the rule.
That's really the rule, right?
It's murder.
Irv Gotti hit me the next
Murder.
day.
Oh, it's murder.
Literally.
It's murder.
Irv Gotti hit me the next day, bro. Send me his number. Me and Irv Gotti on the text. I sent Irv Gotti the project 2 weeks before it come out, right when the freestyle happened. He like, man, he like, you really rapping. He like, you really dope. So that whole moment that they seen that interview and hit me up like, yo, we appreciate you for rocking with us, and then tapped in with the view. I said, oh, I done it.
That's it. I'm done.
I just got to do what Head did and give me a Jay-Z verse. I'm done.
Hey, listen, bro.
That's it.
Don't listen, man. I fuck with JaRule, but don't you ever in your life put him in the same sentence with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, man, listen. Don't forget they had music in the beginning. Don't forget they were supposed to be a group.
Listen, I love JaRule, but
don't forget,
I love JaRule. Right? I fuck with JaRule. I hate that the industry, did what they did to Ja. You know what I'm saying? Ja and T-Pain, to be honest with you.
Yes, facts.
But I'm never going to put him in the same echelon with Hov.
Nah, we know Ja lyrically when it come to Hov, like Hov, come on, that's the greatest ever. But for me, all I was saying that day, I was trolling a little bit, but one thing about Ja for me is like Ja always provided the soundtrack to fuck with the females. And I was somebody that always rocked with the females. So I was a dude that like be throwing parties, picking 3-4 girls up, dropping them off, calling their homegirl another car. You know what I mean? Getting everybody to the crib. And while I'm doing this, I'm listening to, I know you're tired of being lonely. So baby girl, put it on me. Like we riding to that. You feel me? So I just always rocked with JaRule. Like I never was one that because it wasn't a cool thing to not like him. I was never that person that bought into it. I still rock with JaRule.
I fuck with JaRule, bro. I listen to his shit right to this day. To this day.
For sure. For sure.
One thing before we close out, we do this thing called curbside confession. So have you ever had an experience in an Uber, in a Lyft, in a ride share, or maybe as a customer with ordering food? Postmate, just a crazy story when it comes to being on a ride share or when it comes to like people messing with your food. Any wild stories you can think of?
I haven't had no crazy experience, but I can tell you things I do on a random when it comes to Uber Eats. So in my where I live, right? I live where it's like a bunch of like it's a community, right? So it's like townhomes.
Yeah.
So a lot of the addresses are the same, right? Because it's different private streets. So you might have the same address, but it's different streets. So sometimes the Uber come drop the food off to the wrong address.
Oh.
Right? So I just hit him back like, I never got my food. You feel me? Like I go grab the food. So I do things like I order from Boston Nova or something like that and let them drop it off and then wait till they drive off, go run over there and get it and then hit them back again like, I ain't get my food. And then they just send a whole nother one back.
Double up on the food.
Hey, listen.
So I get the credit or something, one or the other. Like that literally just happened out here, but somebody just, matter of fact, they just stole my damn food. Now that you asked me this, bro, I just ordered on everything. I just ordered finger licking. I'm out here in Miami, bro. I just ordered a lobster tail. Go downstairs. They talking about they gave it to somebody else, so they had to resend the whole nother one.
Hey, that karma, bro. It's that karma.
They got me back.
Listen, you can take the nigga out the hood, but
can't take the hood out the nigga.
Man.
Yo, man, I've thoroughly enjoyed this conversation, Symba. Is there anything that we haven't mentioned that you want to tell the people, maybe some upcoming music that you're working on right now, or just anything that we haven't talked about that you want to make sure the people know?
Definitely. I'm in the studio right now cooking up. We got some great things on the way. Big announcement coming soon. We got a real big announcement coming soon, but we just letting all the details get worked out. But definitely new music on the way, big video on the way.
Okay.
We got a lot on the way. We
Is
just being consistent, bro.
is there a video coming for Gotta Love It?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna definitely make sure you got the location, the invite, the date, and everything, brother. I need the Coast Guard there, brother.
Yo, send me just text it to me. I appreciate you, bro.
We appreciate
always,
you,
bro. I appreciate y'all, man.
Love, bro, man. Symba. How can folks find you if they don't know? At the Real Symba, right?
At the Real Symba and everything. That's Symba with a Y. The Real Symba, TheRealSymba. You can find me on all platforms. You can find me on DJ Head page talking JaRule. You can find me chopping it up with Chuck Dizzle doing my thizzle.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? We out here.
Love, man. Homegrown Radio, Symba checking in. Chuck Dizzle, DJ Head. Catch y'all next time.
Definitely,
bro.